Hey, this is Anney.
And Samantha.
And welcome to Stuff Mom Never Told You, a production of iHeartRadio.
And we have returned for the wonderful viewing party that we do with Sex and the City, going through each episode. And there are so many seasons, and we are nowhere near like even halfway through.
No.
I don't even know if we're a quarter way through, to be honest.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But yes, we are back. And yes, we are still hunting, just in case you're interested and love these episodes where we just pretty much talk trash and or talk life, or both, while we view these wonderful episodes, pretty dated episodes of Sex and the City. And if you would like to join, whether you've seen one episode, no episodes, 10 episodes, all of the episodes, and the movies, we would love for you to come on. So if you're interested, send us a note through all of our social medias or our email, which, yes, Anney will give to you at the end of this episode.
Yes. We're looking to do this soonish.
Very soonish.
Yes, very soonish.
So get your names in. I think we got several.
We've got some people have thrown their hat in the ring. Very exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be low-key. We have a good time.
Good times. Good times ahead. So please send your names in. Let us know. But can you tell us a recap of what has happened thus far?
I'll do my best. Okay.
I have faith in you.
So I know we're in season 2 now, and we had our excellent super producer Christina on the opener of season 2, and she immediately called
all of the things.
Everything, but basically getting back in the ballgame because Samantha has broken up with Big. They had their sort of like, what do you want? And they wanted different things, and they broke up. So Carrie's trying to get back into the game and into the dating game, as they say. And I feel like what we've seen so far has been a lot of her sort of adjusting to doing that, to what dating is like as a single woman in New York, as unrealistic as it might be. But in the purposes of this show, what is that like?
Yes.
I feel like that's been most of it.
It's pretty good. To be fair, it's been a minute, so I'm having to recollect myself on this as well. Okay, well, as per usual, I'm going to give you the title of this episode.
Oh, no.
I would like your predictions.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Into this episode.
Christina,
you ready?
I need your help.
It is called, and this is season 2, episode 5, 4 Women in a Funeral.
Oh. Okay, well, I would say that probably means they're going to go to a funeral. And they're going to talk about the fashion of the funeral and maybe some of the politics of knowing somebody and grieving, performative grieving at the funeral. I've never seen 3 Men and a Baby. I don't know if it's sort of a reference, 3 Men and whatever funeral thing. Sorry. So I wonder if it's, a riff on that, but I don't know it.
You just combine 2 movies together. For the light. Thank you for that.
So that doesn't really help me, but I wonder if there's something that I should get based on this reference that I don't know.
So. I don't think there's, I don't know if I've ever seen I think it's 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I don't think it has the same correlation.
Okay.
I could be wrong because I have never seen it. I have seen 3 Men and a Baby, and yet it has nothing to do with that.
That was my bad. It had a similar name, like number and name, so that's all.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's not bad. Are you ready?
I mean, I feel like the title's pretty... Oh, yes.
You ready?
Let's go.
You ready?
I hope so.
Here we go.
Wow, isn't it a little wrong to wear a dead man's designs to his own funeral? It's wrong.
Oh.
So they're going to a funeral of a fashion designer.
I feel like you can't not wear black. I don't know.
think that was a thing. I thought you were supposed to wear black or something dark and demure. But she's wearing a whole fur coat.
Yeah, she's wearing like a bright blue.
Yes, because it was a designer's outfit.
Right.
And it's all about knowing people.
Given what happens in like the reboot, the new one, I knew the fashion
You're correct.
of a funeral would be a thing.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that because, that's kind of the Carrie's whole like one big like designer dress. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Charlotte
hats.
loses her hat.
I'm sorry.
No.
And there she meets a man.
She loved hats.
She loved hats. Something to say over a
Fitting, really.
tombstone.
Your mother?
My wife.
Oh,
Over
I'm
his
so
wife's,
sorry.
now deceased wife's
It's okay.
tombstone, of course.
Thanks.
I don't know about like the meet cute of meeting over.
A funeral at his deceased wife's.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
While we were watching them break ground on Javier's last location, Miranda was breaking new ground of her own.
So, it's just you?
It's just Miranda buying
Just
an
me.
apartment
Such a big apartment to buy for just you.
for just you.
Do you feel like realtors do this where they're like, where's your husband, lady?
Well, I know there's been stories where people have made mistakes in like calling the man or only talking to the man. I told you the story when we were trying to buy a bed at a sleep number, not sponsored. And they wanted, I was the one who was making the purchase and it was under my name, but she kept saying, she asked for my partner's name who came with me to look. And then the entire time they would address, like they would call me, but address him first and then me.
Wow.
They'd be like, hey, so-and-so and Samantha, hey. And I'm like, wait, what? It's my account. You see that's my name.
Yeah.
But I thought that was very like old school
Yeah.
sexist. Like, well, your husband's making like, we're not married. You know, like all these things.
But the assumption of like,
Yeah.
it's cute. He let you go out on your own.
Yes, but you definitely need him to make that decision. Yeah.
The final
he's the
decision.
lead. Yeah.
Listen, do you want to have dinner sometime?
I'd like to have dinner any old time. Who am I having dinner with?
Oh no, Carrie's talking to Big. She made the mistake.
She did it. She broke down.
She did it. She did the call.
Saturday, 8 o'clock, Roberto's. Be there or be square.
Be there or be square.
Oh, wow. He threw
Yeah.
a be there, be square.
Is that a dad joke now?
I think. It might even be below that. I don't know.
Is it on the same lines as puns?
No,
I
no.
said-
Puns are preferable to what just happened.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if I was a single man, none of this would be happening.
If you were a single man, I'd date you.
I've got the money, I've got a great job, and I still get, it's just you.
No, they're threatened. Buying a place alone means you don't need a man.
I don't. Everyone
But
needs a
she's having
man.
to like justify that she can buy a place alone.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's still a stigma in this level. Like people who's like single women who still buy, they're like, oh, you're buying a house? Wow.
It's almost like implied, but why? You don't
Yeah.
have kids?
Yeah.
You don't have a husband? Why do you need a house? It's gonna be empty.
Well, it's just you in that big house, you sure? And then what are you gonna do when you have to fix things? Hire someone?
Or do it yourself if you want.
I'm gonna hire someone.
I mean, yeah,
I'm that,
it's
I'm
nice
that
if you
person.
yes.
I'm that person. Either I'm gonna live with it or hire someone. Those are the two options for me. Charlotte is
no.
on the date with the widow.
Apparently, all the time Ned needed was 45 minutes.
So they've had sex now.
Wow.
With
Oh,
his wife's
no.
picture plastered everywhere. His
A big
deceased
framed picture.
right next to them.
Twice.
Oh no.
She's fixing him with
no.
sex, Annie. She's fixing him with sex.
Is that their bed?
Obviously.
Now oh gosh.
There's so many things.
One word. Rebound.
It's not a rebound when the other
Rebound.
person's dead.
She has a point.
He's moving on.
It is a rebound if
It
the other
is.
person is dead.
I think so. I think a rebound is just you're getting over somebody.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Whatever reason.
Well, I think we reincarnate.
Oh, Carrie and Biggs on a date.
And they're talking about what happens after you die.
Yes. What do you think?
Why do we always get into the most intense conversations in these Sex and the City episodes?
I had a moment the other day of knowing that I am 40-something, staring in the mirror. I was like, I'm only going to get older. I have now started to understand a little bit of like that panic of
The existentialism.
yeah, of like, okay, like I can't get back the photos of my 10 years ago where I wasn't like this. I hope I don't look exactly my age, but if I did, there's nothing wrong with that. Why am I having this struggle? And then like knowing that I'm coming closer to that than I've ever been before every year, and then like it's just an end.
Yeah.
I had a moment just staring at myself in the void.
Oh my God.
It was a moment.
I've had that moment a lot more during the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I was pretty like, meh. But during the pandemic, I've had like, oh boy.
Yeah.
I didn't know what had happened, but suddenly getting back together with Big seemed like a very bad
Oh,
idea.
they're making out. We're back with Carrie.
Rebounding.
Is it rebounding or just couple?
What is that called when you like? Seinfeld has a thing about this too. It's like pushing over a vending machine. You have to push it over like, you have to use several pushes before it finally topples.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Miranda Hobbs. Nice to meet you. I haven't actually moved in yet.
There's Miranda in her new apartment
I'm so glad
that she owns.
have a young person moving in. Brings a little life to the place.
Having a young person moving in, which by the way, that was a sentence that was told to me moving into this house.
Really?
Yes. We're at my house, y'all, for us behind the scenes.
We look like we're sportscasters right now. It's
Essentially.
hilarious.
Before anyone realized she passed. Rumor has it the cat ate half her face.
Oh, we've all heard this story before.
Just you?
The cat ate half her face. Oh no.
I still have a fear that Peaches will eat my face if I die. So I keep out, like she does not go for the food unless I let her. Like, so I can keep out food. And so I have it accessible for her to get to if she gets desperate. Just in case.
These thoughts that we like put in our little backup plans.
Unfortunately, I was deep into screening mode. Big had called twice, and I didn't know what I wanted to say to him.
Oh my God! I just choked. I just almost died, and you're not.
Hey, sweetie, you all right?
I was watching.
Well, you and I had this conversation kind of early in the pandemic where I texted you and I said, can we be old lady friends where we just check in and make sure the other person hasn't died via
Absolutely.
text?
No, you are not. Do you want me to
And of course, Miranda immediately calls Carrie.
I'll call you tomorrow.
But she's screening the calls. For the listeners, the young listeners who doesn't understand the screening, old school, like when we had the landlines that didn't have caller ID, you just avoided all the phone calls.
It's true. Gosh, and then you would dial
The star...
yeah.
7? No, that's the voicemail.
And it would tell you who it called.
But you had to have that feature. You have to pay for that feature.
That's true.
Because we did not have
That
this
was
feature.
very particular in horror movies for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
You would do that.
Please tell me those are your sisters.
Brat row.
I don't have any sisters.
Charlotte realized she wasn't the only woman resuscitating Ned.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Two more women show up to help him mourn the death of his wife.
She hits
I
him
love
with flowers.
Yeah, she smacks him with flowers, and the other women are like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool."
All right.
It was deja vu all over again. Me, Big, a doorway, and mixed emotions.
But Big shows up at Carrie's house because she's been screening the calls, and now they're making out again. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl.
I was always the friend that was like, no.
Yeah.
I took him to the most non-sexual...
Only if you asked. I tried not to say anything unless you solicited advice. But I was the person like, nope,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
I would always say I support you either way. But just so you know, remember all these things he did to you that you told me about. If it's real bad, then I'm like, you get one say, and then you either have to support them or, you know, you can choose not to be part of that friendship, but it's not on you.
You know what my version of hell is? wearing rented two-tone shoes.
They're bowling. I miss bowling. I'm bad at it.
Too. Oh, I'm terrible at bowling. And I'm the opposite of most people because I feel like most people get better as you play.
Oh, no,
I get worse because my
Me too.
arm gets tired.
No, I just bad. But I get worse, yeah. I have definitely thrown the ball backwards, though, just so you know.
Oh, God. I'll keep that in mind if we ever bowl together.
Yeah, just so you know.
I'm going to bring a helmet.
You should. I need it for me more than anyone else, to be honest. It got caught in my thumb.
Oh, no.
And it went backwards.
I've been on a bowling date before, and it was okay, but definitely towards the end, he was giving me too many tips, and I was like, look, I'm not good at bowling, okay?
We're not doing those.
And I'm not the type that's like, oh, that's an excuse to get closer.
All right, you win some points with the fashion. You immediately called that. Some politics about it all because Samantha has some politics to get through. That's about it.
Yeah.
So you get at least 70% on this because that was a big topper. Of course, like the whole like almost dying bit and then meeting a man at a funeral bit. That was not, but that's always, you know, a surprise.
It was. I guess I could have, if I'd spent more time, I could have guessed one of them would meet somebody at a funeral. But,
you know, we were just thrown in here, so good job. But overall, yeah, what'd you think about the episode?
I enjoyed it. It was one of those episodes, though, that made me so grateful. And I hate to say this, but it made me so grateful I'm not dating. I'm just like, oh my God, this seems so terrible. Kind of the manipulations of it. Always guessing what people are actually after. So I think the whole, you know, Sam getting outcast from New York wasn't about dating.
No, she
but
was saved by Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's true.
I feel like that's not the case today, as he is kind of been the butt of the joke for the way he goes through women.
Yeah. So I guess when this came out, it was like on his, when he was
just coming to be like real heartthrob. And
at
that point, he was dating people his age.
Right. Just not
they
the
just
case.
stayed that same age as he grew older.
Yes.
I mean, apparently he's dating one of the Hadid model women. So I think they are closer to his age, from what I gather.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's that.
It's like the saddest like standards though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's dating someone appropriate. Wow.
Yeah, well, Henry Cavill is also that same person because I really wanted to love him. And then I was like, but why?
Yeah. Oh, I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is still that debate of like men wanting younger women and talking about the fact like, because, you know, they have less baggage. What about you, bro?
How dare you, less baggage? We can all admit that's not what it really is.
Whether it's because you want to be manipulative, controlling, or all these other things that's superficial as hell. But anyway, that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, so here we go. So we are coming on episode 6. So we're hoping to do it by episode 7. We mean having you, listener, as a guest to watch this with us. So you need to come on, yeah.
Yes, and don't cheat.
Don't cheat. Well,
I
you
mean,
can cheat. If they've already watched it, they can cheat.
Yeah, but don't watch it if you haven't already watched it.
Oh, yeah. Wait to watch it now.
Because you can be in my same boat, and then I won't feel as silly. But yes. Please let us know if you're interested. We'll put you in our drawing. It's going to be really fun.
It'll be amazing.
Yes. And you can contact us for that information, to give us that information in a couple of ways. Number 1, email stuffmediamomstuff@iheartmedia.com. You can find us on Twitter at momstuffpodcast or on Instagram at stuffmnevertoldyou. Thanks as always to our super producer, Christina.
I mean, the super guesser of our series.
She really put me to shame, everybody.
She really did.
It was amazing. I loved it. And thanks to you for listening. Stuff I Never Told You is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, you can check out the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.